Uh, One of the benefits of working the REOs is I've had a chance to get to know these people within the banks, the administrative, all the key decision makers. Why that benefits you is because there's a lot of agents that have failed in short sales, and that really hurts you because you're relying on this agent to get the job done. The problem with that is the agent doesn't know what they're doing. They don't know how to properly communicate to the bank. They don't know how to present the BPO, the broker price opinion, with proper comparables. They don't even know the file and stacking order of how to present to the bank. So when the bank has this 1 or 2 second window to analyze a financial hardship, a short sale package, and offer properly presented, they just throw it to the side. They've got thousands of files to deal with. If your file's not professionally presented, if it's not from a name that they've either worked with or are associated with in the past, chances are you're going to be neglected. That doesn't mean that agents can't have success the first time through, but the chances of your success are riding on that agent, so I implore you to consider somebody that knows what they're doing. Now, I'm a broker. I tend to get more respect in the industry as opposed to just an agent. I'm also more liable for my personal actions. So your success obviously depends on my success, and I get that. One of the questions I get is, am I a good short sale candidate? Every lender handles their packages different. So my answer is always, it depends. And it's not because I don't know what I'm talking about, but the situations are very unique to each individual. For example, are you struggling with your home payments? Did you lose your job? Are you paying your mortgage on reserves? Is there something significant that changed within your life that has hindered your ability to pay, such as an adjustable rate mortgage? 92% of the mortgages that were done in the last 4 to 5 years are fraudulent. And they're fraudulent because it's a stated loan. You are stating to your lender how much you made in order to adhere to those guidelines at that time in order to purchase that home. That was fraud. It's considered fraud. You're saying you're making money, but you don't have anything to back it up. That's one of the things that we use as an out when we deal with the financial hardship, when we deal with the short sale package, and then when we deal with your specific exit strategy. Short sales are without a shadow of a doubt the best way to handle any potential exit strategies that you have. Others will ask me about loan modifications. Now, loan modifications are great. What they're intended to do is they're intended to look at your mortgage, look at the house's current value today, and reset your mortgage based on an interest rate that is aggressive. Like today's rates are very aggressive. And to get your what they call DTI, debt to income ratio, in line with the current value of the home. If you can show financing to support that equation that the banks put together, then you are a candidate for loan modification. One of the challenges that my clients have had with the loan modification, and I always encourage them to explore that, and I help them explore that, but one of the unique challenges is that the banks, although may be willing to reduce your interest rate and reset your mortgage on a 30 or sometimes 40-year fixed rate, what they haven't really been willing to do is reduce your principal balance. So for example, if your house is like the typical house in San Diego and it's down about 30%, 40%, 20%, depending on where you live and how much your house is worth, they're not reducing the principal balance. So whatever you took your loan out from in the very beginning stays the entire amount owed to the bank. Problem with that is, even if they reset your loan, if they reset your interest rate, they haven't reset the balance. So you're now making a payment, although it's a more affordable payment and you feel better about it, you're now making a payment that you're still $100,000, $200,000, even $300,000 in the hole before you can even get to break-even point. So the people that have done loan modifications, my clients have done loan modifications in the past, have realized, whoa, wait a minute, they're not resetting my balance. This isn't worth it. This is not a good deal. It doesn't make sense. This is not how it should be. So therefore, they're opting out of a thank you but no thank you to their current lender. And then, of course, is when we look at the short sale, or potentially them doing nothing and walking away from the home, which is their right as a seller, but it's probably the hardest thing to recover from is a foreclosure. Another option would be in deed of lieu of foreclosure. In deed in lieu of foreclosure is you're simply giving the keys back to the bank. You're saying, hey, I can't make the payment. Here's my keys. Thank you very much. Why is that different than a foreclosure? Well, you're being upfront and honest with them. You're telling them ahead of time so they can handle it a little bit more maturely and properly. But as far as your impact on your credit score, there's really not much. It's slightly better than actually a foreclosure, but it's severely worse than a short sale. The U.S. government's putting out statistics, in fact you'll see it on the news, about their success rate with the banks on foreclosures, and it's very bleak at best. The statistics, although I don't have them in front of me, do not give you much hope when it comes to a loan modification process. I found that everybody's very stressed, it takes a long time, but nothing ends up coming out of it except for maybe a denial letter or a lot of wasted time, and potentially you're not making a mortgage payment as you're going through the loan modification process, which actually shortens your window to take the next step, which is a short sale. The one benefit I can share with you, I've just on the phone this week with Wells Fargo Bank. This is a client who I encouraged to do the loan modification, but they were denied. Okay, so their financial hardship package, which is pretty much where you start with a loan modification, came back and they basically said, hey, let's see, where is it? And final decision on your mortgage loan request. Unfortunately, after careful reviewing the information you've provided, we're unable to adjust the terms of your mortgage. What this does, though, with Wells Fargo is it allows me to now go in on behalf of the seller and say, look, we tried to do the loan modification. We followed your proper channels. You denied my client the opportunity to do a loan modification. Therefore, we want to pursue a short sale. So by handling it the proper way, we were able to now demand a letter from Wells Fargo, and it basically says, if you have an offer and you are listing it with a broker, then you have the opportunity to do a short sale. Bring us an offer. And there's a checklist of things that they want us to bring. I provided that. I listed the property. I got a bunch of offers. I ran up the sales price on a highest and best negotiating multiple counter offer situation to bring the bank the absolutely highest offer we can based on what is somewhat competitive buying market we're in because of a lack of inventory. And I've submitted that to the bank. Well, guess what? Instead of what a lot of agents do is they will address a seller potentially in a financial hardship situation. They'll list the home, they'll get a bunch of offers, and then they'll introduce themselves to the bank and say, hey, Mr. Bank, I am Sally Jones. You don't know me, but my client is experiencing a financial hardship, and I've got an offer I'd like to present with their financial hardship package. The problem with handling it that way is it's completely backwards. That's why short sales have gotten such a bad reputation, although the banks weren't as organized as they are today, and that's what's cost a lot of negativity when it comes to sellers kind of discounting the short sale process. I'm here to tell you everything's different. I'm here to tell you if you deal with the right people that understand the business, that understand the contacts within the bank structure, organization, the way to present, the way to stack a file, the way to present the comparables, that you will absolutely have success. Now, it's not guaranteed success, but it significantly enhances your chances.